So whether they make a very good business sense or it makes a lot of money, probably it will take time and we'll assess that. But the idea and the thought process behind this is very, very important. So of course, we are going to do the theory part of, we are going to touch upon these particular topics, but in slightly different way. So at the end of it, like you all don't be surprised that if there is no theory involved at all. Before I go ahead, I just like to tell you all that a few, I don't know how many of you all watch TEDx videos. Please do watch them. The immense bit of learning also for your businesses. So probably the entrepreneurs who have already done business from the school or different parts of life, there are a lot of them who are coming over here. Of course, TEDx is not paying me anything. It's an absolutely free platform. So I'm just sharing it that everybody gains out of it. So please watch. I was one of the speakers for an pre-event of TEDx Gateway. So this is what I always disclose. Okay, this is something that I always start with. It's like has become my basic slide of starting. So I just wanted to identify who these three people are. Some of the faculty members who have already attended my previous one probably know that. So I would request the students to let me know who these three people are. And I want to make this session absolutely interactive. So it is not a one-way kind of a traffic which is going to happen. So I just want some kind of a feedback from some students. There's no pressure or something to answer, but some something interactive would be always be better. So if nobody comes forward, then I'll be calling out a few names who have to give some kind of a feedback. So the floor is open. Anybody wants to say something? Who these three people are? What's their name? Isha, Jason. Hey, we have to make this interactive. Leonardo, Mansi, are you all there or not there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. No, the people who I'm just calling out, are they there or not there? Manjunath?
Yes, sir.
Mansi, students, sir is asking for a response.
So some feedback who these three people are. If you all don't know, just say don't know. No problem. And please don't type because of course the faculties can type because otherwise I'll not be able to see the screen. So who are these three people? I'll give out their names. The three people are Kalpana Saroj, Arunachalam, and Venkatesh Iyer. So if I go back, we have Kalpana Saroj, we have Venkatesh Iyer, and we have Arunachalam. Now all these three people are entrepreneurs. And why I always start with this particular slide is when we think about entrepreneurs, we think about plush offices, young graduates, just come out, got a lot of funding, and have brilliant ideas. And they are the ones who are going to do the business or start a business. Absolutely no. That's not the idea. So, Kalpana Saroj, child married, goes back to the hometown, remote part of Maharashtra, comes to Mumbai at the age of around 1920, and currently the net worth is around 700 to 1000 crores. Absolutely not educated. Arnachalam, you know the real life padman. He is the real life padman. Again, non-educated, has the idea, goes ahead with it, and makes something very, very significant. Venkatesh Iyer is like both of us, or some of us over here, educated, working for investment banker as an investment banker, comes back to India and starts the business called as Goli Vada Pav. So these are all entrepreneurs during the different life cycles of theirs. And what is the striking thing is if these people can become entrepreneurs and go ahead, then I think so everybody over here has a very good chance of fair bit of chance. So why I say this because the kind of facilities that we have access to, we have incubators over here, there's government schemes, we have everything over here. So I think we are in a very, very comfortable kind of a zone, and if we just persist, I think we can make a difference in the entire startup scenario as well. So this is about their the three people, Kalpana Saroj. I want you all to read more about them, Arunachalam and Venkatesh Iyer. I normally ask this question, so before I go into the topic, I just want the students to tell. Of course, the faculty might be knowing this device was invented by Minolta in 1983. In 1995, it featured on a book 101 Useless Japanese Inventions. So identify this device. So which is the device that we are talking about? Anybody who wants to guess? Rutvik?
Sorry, sir, but I really don't know the answer.
Okay, good. At least I appreciate that you responded back when I called out your name. I really appreciate that. Shubham? Shubham?
No, sir, even I don't know the answer.
Okay, so this device was first invented by Minolta in the year 1983. This is a device which probably everybody knows.
So it's
And
a camera or something.
okay, brilliant. Who answered that?
Vibhav Desai.
Vibhav. Thank you so much for answering at least. See, the answering is more important than you being right or wrong. But if you remember, Vibhav, previously there are old photographs of Panjim City or Goa, 1940, 1840, 1860, and all that. So the first time this device was invented was in 1983. 1983. So camera was there before. The first,
Colored
sorry,
films.
sorry,
Colored films. The camera. This
colored.
film that in the camera there is a roll, no?
Oh, colored. You mean to say? Okay, okay. But if we know that colored feature films came in the year 1960 onwards, so before that was black and white. So that is also slightly old kind of a thing. Good. Anybody else? This is the device which everybody knows. Everyone over here in this room. There'll not be a single person who doesn't know this.
It made first autofocus camera, SLR one.
Okay, okay, nice. But again, if you see, just give me a minute, just a minute. Sorry, there was some disturbance from the outside. So I had to just shut the doors. Okay. You said autofocus camera DSLR?
So SLR, I said.
Okay.
So I guess it's a monochrome device. It's black and white and gray shades.
Okay, okay, nice. So again, this is a device which was first invented, means it is not a product feature that is enhanced. It is a new device together. So something related to photography or photo, this thing, it's already invented. So first time ever it came in the year 1983. Everybody knows this. Everybody has used this. I'm very sure, 100% confident. Okay.
The selfie stick.
Okay, who said that?
Rutvik. Actually, I searched it on the Google.
Okay. Okay. So thank you so much for being honest and answering that. But yes, it is a selfie stick. So the answer is selfie stick. Now, why I ask this question is not to test your knowledge at all. Why I ask this question is because sometimes you all are working on certain projects or certain products or certain services which are ahead of time. Let's go back and read the question one more time. This device was first invented by Minolta in 1983. So in 1983, probably people would have said that whoever was that Dwayne Foam, he must be an idiot. and he has no sense of business or whatever people would have said, because he was working on something which made no sense. So if you go back and if you see the selfie stick then, because the smartphones that of what we are talking right now came 11 years later in the year 1994. So some of our inventions or what we work on are absolutely futuristic in nature. So probably now, if the original founder comes back and says that this is what I invented, and now it has become something huge, like half the population of the world knows about a selfie stick. But when it was invented, nobody knew. And they must have made a joke out of that person. Hence, what I tell you is if you're working on something which you are convinced, people around will just come and might mock you. But if you are sure and if you have done your research right, then probably you should persist with it. It will become a very, very big success one day. So, this is what I have to tell. A small concept, a small definition, ideation. We all seek different ideas, and there's a process now, which is that ideation, formation of idea or concept. But I have a different opinion to it. We all have ideas. So probably the people in this particular group who have selected this particular curriculum or a course, probably you all don't have one ideas. You all have many ideas, and all are amazing ideas. So the problem is that these are the number of people who are having amazing ideas. One good thing that you all have taken the first step towards what I say, which is absolutely important. And the absolutely important step is having an idea phase to the implementation phase. So a good idea is 10% inspiration and 90% implementation. So implementation is a key. We have all heard that 90% of the startups fail. Of course, we can do a detailed analysis of it, why they fail, how they fail, and all those things. But there is another very shocking fact, and the fact remains that 90% of the ideas remain unimplemented. So, whatever are implemented, they success or fail, that's a different story altogether. But one good thing about this particular forum is that yes, you all have taken the first step to go ahead and actually try to implement it. So, this is all the theory that I wanted to do, right from ideation and amazing ideas and what is important in idea. Let me talk about a few startups over here, which I would like to spend a bit of a time. First one, and I want some of the interaction from you as well. I call this as a creative and a futuristic startup. So, Russian startup developing billboards that will beam ads from space. So, anybody who can say something about this particular business idea, how is the idea or what it means or whether it is a good idea, bad idea, commercially viable, not viable? Anyone? Have you all followed what this is? This is one of the startups which is there. So, any idea? Anyone?
So that will beam ads from space. What does it mean?
Okay. Who asked me this?
Sir, Vibhav.
Vibhav. Okay, good. So, Vibhav, what it means is that they're trying to develop some particular way in which they will place the ads in the night sky. So when it comes to the ads, when I take a course in one of the BBA colleges, I teach advertising management. So if I come to the class and ask them, okay, fine, now we'll make an advertising campaign. What comes to our mind is, okay, newspaper ad, a radio jingle, a TVC, television commercial, all the billboards that you see. What they want to replicate is they are going to beam ads from space and they will be placing them in a night sky. So at night you can see the stars and the moon. Probably you'll see a Reliance logo, or you'll see maybe a Lux soap logo over there. So that is the whole idea of it. Okay, so any feedback on this? Good idea, bad idea? Any comments that you have to make? Yes, anyone?
So I feel it is a bad idea.
A bad idea. Okay, why?
So because many of the people who are interested in astronomy, they might face difficulties.
Okay, no, you are talking about the aspect wherein it's a different. Let's not touch that. It is like it is a very controversial subject for a lot of things. So let us
There are
leave
many.
it as it is and tell about the idea in terms of the effectiveness. Please
There
don't
are
write comments because I'll not be able to. Okay, I'll not be able to read it. So I have to just toggle the switch, the screen. Yes.
So,
Some,
can I speak?
yeah.
So, beaming it into the space would be a bad idea, I guess, because most of us are now traveling in cars, and looking top would be a big troublesome for people. So,
Okay.
most of them would really ignore it.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So
Any
and
any
one
the
yes.
so one more we can use it. I mean the government can use it for sending SOS messages or any urgent
Okay.
messages
Okay.
like that.
Okay, Vibhav. Yes. Anybody else?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'm Gauravi. So it
Yeah.
would be a total bad idea because there are many people who like watching night sky, and suddenly ad will start popping up, and then all everything will be gone. It will be like totally bad. Uh,
Okay. Okay. See, again, I'm saying that we'll leave out the social and ecological aspect for some time. For some time. I want to take it in isolation as it is a ad campaign. So there was one the previous speaker, whoever said is perfect. He says that it will be bad idea because everybody is in the car and they'll not be able to see. So I want you to consider this idea in isolation as compared to astronomers or because if we consider that, then it will become very complex. So anybody else, just one last comment we'll take. Anybody who wants to say something and then we'll proceed. Anybody who feels this is good. Okay, nobody feels this is good. Okay, fine. So let me give you my feedback on this. I think this is absolutely brilliant. The reason why it is brilliant is because just imagine a billboard. When you put a billboard, a certain amount of people can see it. Just imagine you placing a logo next to the moon. Half the population in the world who is having night time can see that particular thing. So just think in terms of advertisement reach over there. We say that social media, you just put a post and 1 lakh views and so on. Just see the amount of reach that will it will have. Of course, in some places it is inside the houses and inside the cars you'll not be able to see. But the minute anybody gets down and just imagine he sees at the night sky and he sees the logo, look at the branding that it will create. So I feel that it's a very brilliant idea. Of course, for astronomers and for our future generations, it's like a nightmare because just imagine like 50 years later and we are trying to see the stars and all that we see is logo. We have Coca-Cola, Pepsi and Reliance and whatnot. And probably they'll start playing TVC as well. Not TVC means moving clip or something like that. So other than that, this is something very significant. So again, what I'm trying to say at the start of the talk is that see the thought process behind these startups. That is what I'm more keen on. Maybe they're successful, maybe they're not, maybe they're implementable, not implementable, good, bad. Let us leave it as it is. I want you all to just think about a thought process. Means people over here are not going beyond a certain point. Means radio, TVC, but look at the way how people are thinking in a very broad way. Second one, okay, I call it as a startup with a difference. So can you all read this or no? Is it? I just want you all to read it for 2 minutes. Okay. Anyone want to say anything on this? Yes, Vaibhav. Since you're the most sorry, Vibhav.
It's a great idea actually, because people
Okay.
traveling cannot keep their dogs like to their neighbors and all that all the time. So
Okay.
they can keep it over there for a certain period of time like, till they return back.
Okay, fine, good. So you're talking about one aspect of this particular startup, that is pet hotel. So you want to go somewhere and you have a dog and or a pet and you can just keep it over there. Good. But if you see it in a detail, what you can see is see the tabs: home, shop accessories, pet spa, pet hotel, and what is the next tab? Dog ki shadi. We have all had seen the online matrimonial sites, right? Shadi.com, Bharat Matrimony, and all that. Now look at the way where people are thinking, and this is of course a Indian kind of a startup. Whether it is working, not working, let us leave aside all these things. But what I want to again focus on is a thought process. People are understanding that there is a niche market for all the segments, even this particular segment. And they have come out with such ideas and gone ahead and implemented it. Probably as I speak now, this may be, I've not checked for last 3, 4 months whether they are operational, not operational, whether they are making money, they are not making money. We don't know that. But there's something very, very significant that is happening. And the thought process is really, really good. Okay, let us go and see one more startup. And I want feedback from a lot of y'all as to, I call this as the most innovative. It's a printer, pocket printer. The black color thing that you can see on the screen is a printer, which is printing as in the demonstration. It is by the Juta Labs. So, how is the idea and what is so innovative about this? Yeah, I want feedback on this. Means at least some of y'all can. Hitendra Naik,
So what's the working of it?
sorry,
Working of the device. How does it work?
how does it work? Means you have to just as in a screen as on display, you take a paper and you just uh, move it on top of a paper. It gets printed.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
So it is a brilliant idea because it has less weight and it is portable.
Okay. So less weight, portable. I've got two traits as told by Hiten. Anyone else wants to say something?
Hello, sir. This is Ritvik.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might revolutionize the printing process, as normally what printer does, it takes in the paper and then prints out, but
Okay.
here it doesn't takes in the printer, so it might develop in some different printers also, means might be bigger in size, which can
Okay.
print faster but not like putting in the paper and
Okay. Good. Good. Very nice. Okay. Anybody else wants to give any feedback? Good.
So I believe this is quite applicable, especially in office uses. So since this is a portable device,
Okay.
it has many benefits. It saves on space. Then maintenance wouldn't be as much as in consider a large scale office building. Plus, it saves time in case someone has to go print something urgently. They don't
Okay.
have to rush to any shop. They can just if they're carrying this device, it's quite useful.
Okay. Good. Good. Anybody else?
So,
Just pick.
so I think we can do value adding to it. I mean, we can also add a small sensor, so it can also be act as scanner.
Okay, okay. So you're talking about the value add. We'll just park the value adds for some time. Let us discuss on the printer itself. So I have got the answers like they are portable, easy to use, you can use it anywhere, no need for to feed the paper, and so on. Anything else? How it is innovative? All of you all are right, absolutely right. But how is it? How is it more innovative? There's something else to it. Sushant, you want to say something? Sohan? Okay. So this particular printer actually demolishes an idea. When I say demolishes the idea, one of the students actually gave this particular thing. What it does is previously printing normally happens at what size of paper? What is the size of paper that normally the printers operate on?
A4.
A4, right? Who said A4?
So Vivo.
Yeah, Vibhav. So why A4? Have you ever thought why A4? Did you hear A4 size paper when you were in a school?
No, sir. I had
Then
no idea.
then we never heard our notebooks were of some size. Then we have foolscap pages. Where does this A4 come from? How suddenly, like all the printers in the world are having a standard size. Of course, there is A0, A1, A4, A3, but the most common size is A4. That means some engineer somewhere sitting in some office said that, okay, fine, now let's standardize this to A4. And the whole world followed it. Whether your print is half page or a full page or more, the standard is A4, right? Now, this particular printer actually demolishes A4. Although in a picture it is shown as A4, probably A4, but what happens is that you can just print whatever size of paper that you want. Say if the paper is as big as the as a room, I'm just taking a hypothetical example. You can't have a printer of that. Probably you'll have to print in bits and pieces and then you can just put it together. But with this printer, you can actually go ahead and do it. So again, see the idea behind it. It is portable, it is easy to use, you can have value adds, everything said and done. But the difference over here is that it demolishes something which is very, very fundamental to the printing industry, is the standardized size of the paper. So we have to work on a certain products or a certain ideas or a certain concepts which are not standard. We always work on something which is absolutely standard, and our minds are also standardized in that. But I call this company as absolutely innovative because it revolutionizes something. So if you have a small thing to be printed, a small ticket size, you just print it on a ticket size paper, which is not possible otherwise. So we have to think about our ideas in a very, very broad scale. One of the points wherein I had to speak was how do we generate ideas? Okay, or how do we do the evaluation or generation is the main. So I always say the biggest idea generator ever is solutions to the problem. Just excuse me for a minute. Okay, so whenever we try to solve problems, that is a time we have the businesses that come out of it. Bigger is a problem you're solving, bigger is a success, or bigger are the iterations which are there. So, going on and understanding the first company that I would like to talk is Ola. All must have heard about Ola. I'm just saying Ola, but what I meant was Uber, Ola, these online taxi businesses. What is the problem that these companies solve? What is the problem? Is anybody who would like to say something on this? What is the
Sir,
problem that, yeah,
high rates of transport.
high rates? So you're saying cost-effective transport.
Yes, sir. 16 rupees, 16 or 19 rupees per
Okay, so
kilometer.
cost
They maintain
effectiveness. Okay, good. Anybody else who have not spoken till now?
So unavailability of transport.
Unavailability of?
Transport, say if you don't have a car or a bike to go to a
Okay.
particular place.
Okay, so you mean to say that it solves the problem with the people who don't have access to, but if you say, see, what you're saying is right. I'm just giving you a counter argument. Probably he'll take a bus if he doesn't afford to have one. But anyways, I take your point. It solves the transportation problem. So I'll just put transportation problem. Okay. Anybody else?
It makes travel more convenient.
Okay. More convenient as in how?
I just want to go from place A to place B and I search and it shows me all the taxi drivers available and who is going to show up first at my door.
Okay. So convenience it solves. Okay, good. Anybody else? Just tell me whatever comes to your mind, then we'll do a dissection and we'll come to the real problem it solves probably. Yes. So good. We have got three things: cost effective, transportation problem, and convenience. Anybody else? Anybody else wants to say anything on Ola?
So before Ola, we used to go to some taxi office and book a special taxi, and we used to get it there, and they were costly. But now we can book a taxi in a mobile itself, so that saves our time and money.
Okay. So again, if I have to summarize your all the statements, convenience, cost effective.
Yes, sir.
So this is what it summarizes. Okay, good. Anybody else?
So also to
Helps
some
taxi
extent it
drivers to get more customers.
less pollution.
Okay, so Raylan, how do you pronounce it? Raylan, is it correct?
Raylan, sir.
Yeah. So yeah, you're saying something. I'll come to you, the other person, enough time. So Raylan, yeah, go ahead.
So gives taxi drivers more customers.
Okay. So I'll just like to clarify one thing. I just want the benefits on customer side. What you're saying is absolutely right. It is a huge tool for the people who are into the business to get more business. So I completely accept your point. So my apologies that I had to say that in terms of the customers. As you as the customer, what are the problem it solves? Yes, somebody else was saying something.
Yeah, actually, I was saying about the environment point. Like, it promotes the carpooling, and also it brought the standardization in rates. Means like someone was charging different things, so customer would got confused. So it brought a standardization in the rates, and also like they have some rules and regulations set for them now.
Okay. I will summarize your points into two parts. One is standardization of rates and all that, cost effectiveness. That is one. Second one, you're saying environmental by carpooling. When originally they came into India, it was not there. So this is the feature. This is the additional feature that is introduced. So let us treat that feature in isolation. Whether it is because of environmental issues or some other issues, we'll see it later. But one point that I can take from you is the cost effectiveness. Okay, so now let us go back and understand in a scenario what are the important points that we are looking in a taxi. Whatever I've said is right: cost effectiveness, transportation from A to B, convenience, and all that. I want to put a case to you, all of you all. Say you all are there in Bihar, Patna, and you all have a flight to catch at 4 a.m. in the morning, and there is no Ola, Uber, nothing, and you want to go, the airport is like 30 kilometers away from the city. You have to leave for the airport at 1 a.m. so that you reach the airport at 2 a.m. What are the things that you will be looking in the taxi? What are the different aspects or the parameters you would be looking in the taxi in this particular scenario of Patna, Bihar? Yes.
So the behavior of driver towards the
Okay.
person.
Okay, good. So who said that?
So Vibhav.
Abhibhav. Okay. Behavior of the taxi driver towards the
Traveler.
customer. Yeah, traveler. That means you are concerned about the safety.
Yes, sir. Means he might drop me in between and say that you have to pay me extra cash.
Okay. Okay. So the safety part of it. Or okay, anybody else who would like to say something on this particular scenario? Only on this particular scenario.
The
Yes.
well-maintained vehicle.
Sorry?
The vehicle should be well maintained. If it's some old car he just bringing and showing up in front of my house, I'll be hesitant to sit in.
See, you have booked a cab, not on Ola or Uber. That person comes with you with the old ambassador at night 1 o'clock. Do you have a choice?
I don't.
You don't have a choice. You can say that no, sorry, I'll not sit in this. Because if you the minute you say this, your flight is gone.
Sir,
Yes.
so the driver will be more polite to the customer as there's a feedback option in the app.
No,
If you're talking
no,
about
one
Ola.
second, one second. Just hold on. I'm just coming to the first part wherein there is no online booking at all. I'm talking about you have booked a cab in person. What is it that you are what is it that you are seeing over there? I completely understand what you're saying. I'm sorry to cut you on that. I completely understand what you're saying, but that is the app. I'm saying the first part. What are the traits you'll see in a cab? Yeah. Okay. Anybody else? Gauravi, you want to add something? No? Okay. First of all, what we are looking at is safety. So nobody highlighted it in the first set of discussions before the case. Safety means after I sit in the car, whether a driver will drop me safe or no, or whether it will rob me. So that is the first parameter that we will look into the taxi. Okay, so safety. Second parameter is the reliability. Reliability means I book a cab which would come at 1 o'clock. The cab doesn't come. You call up the driver and nobody responds. He doesn't respond. What will happen? Can you go and search for another cab at night 1 o'clock in Patna? So possible, but let us consider the thing that it is slightly difficult. So second is reliability, and third is cost effectiveness. So these are the three problems what Ola identified, which are significant. Of course, the other problems are there, but Ola founder said that let me solve these three problems first. So tell me, is Ola solving the safety, reliability, and cost effectiveness problem? Very particularly.
Yes, sir.
I think Rigved, you answered just now.
It's Naveen.
Yeah. So how is Ola solving these three problems?
because you can account for the company. Like if something happens wrong, you can hold the company responsible for all the losses.
Okay, okay. So what happens is, why it is safe? It is safe because you have every information there on your app. You have the taxi number. So Fahim, you want to
Yes,
say
sir.
something?
Yes, sir.
I just cut you at that. So now you can talk on what you have to say about the app. Yes.
So I was actually talking about the feedback option on the app. So local transport without the Ola. So when you hop into the car, some are very impolite and they're kind of rude and
Okay.
they're not decent at all. So the app solves this problem as well. You can hold the company responsible for whatever misbehavior is done by their employees.
Associates. Yeah.
So yeah, that's it.
Okay. Good. So first is the safety aspect. In safety aspect, you come to know the vehicle number. You know the driver's photograph. You know the driver's name. You know the driver's mobile number, and you know his previous history also. So his rating. So all this you come to know, even the make of the car, you come to know when you book the particular car. So that is the first safety aspect. When you book it directly on your own, probably you don't know what is coming. But in this case, only that particular registration number, that driver, and that car will only come. Second part is reliability. You have booked a car at 1 p.m. pickup. That means the car will come at 1 p.m. pickup, 1 a.m. pickup. If they are unable to send, we will cancel. So you get a prior intimation that, oh, the car is not coming. So you get sufficient time to actually book another cab. Of course, you will say that there are sometimes there are delays and all. Okay, that is, let us consider that as well. But in general, they come on time, and if not, then you get an intimation. And third is, of course, the cost effectiveness, which is very, very important. So Ola tries to solve this kind of problems. So what you have to think is you have to understand what are the problems which are there and how your products or ideas or services are trying to solve that problem. Bigger the problem you solve, bigger is the scale. Next, I would like to speak upon is Redbus. Over here, I don't want you all to speak about the customer's benefit. The customers get convenient, cost-effective, full safety. All these parameters are there in Redbus. I want you all to tell me, how does Redbus help the bus operators? So what is that one significant problem they solve in terms of the bus operators, because of which each and every bus operator wants to come on this particular platform? Yes.
The ticket booking is simpler.
That is in terms of the customers. I said that I don't want any benefits out of this or problem solving in terms of the customers. I want you to tell me, the bus owners, why are they so keen on getting on Redbus? Of course, the general thing is that more sales and all, but what is the problem that Redbus solved? Just anyone? Okay, nobody
They
wants.
connected the bus owners to the customers.
Okay, have you booked a ticket on Redbus?
No, not yet.
Who is it?
Naveen, sir.
Naveen. Oh, okay, Naveen. So you have not yet booked?
No, sir. I travel more by trains.
Okay, fine. Anybody in this group has booked a ticket on Redbus? Anyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just tell me your name. Any one of you?
Rutvik.
Rutvik. Is what Naveen saying right? It connects bus owners to the customers.
No, but it means customers and it allows the seat to select and all.
Yeah, that is
no
okay.
driver,
That is okay. That is there. Okay. It's
no
slightly
driver
tough.
information is given.
Sorry?
Driver information is not given.
Okay, fine. So over here, there was a peculiar problem, and it is slightly tough problem that they're solving. Previously, the tickets were always booked by the ticket agent. You go to the pendulum stand, and there are small shops wherein ticket sellers and the bus owners were at the mercy of these ticket sellers. Say if something happens and they want to all gang up and be against Nita, that I will not sell a single ticket of you. The bus owner was helpless because they would form a cartel. Of course, Red Bus also can form a cartel, but they have not yet done. So these bus owners were at the mercy of these ticket owners. So what used to happen is, like, on one fine day, there's no ticket of Goa to Pune, and you get Nita bus come, and the bus is completely empty because these people have created a fake demand and they used to control the entire market. Now, no longer. Now, what has happened is they have completely lost that particular control. So the bus owner wants to get listed on this because the cartelization by the ticket owners or the ticket sellers will not happen. So we don't have to think in terms of only solving the problems of the end users, but also of the vendors. So if you can solve that particular problem, then your business can become very, very significant. So that is what is Redbus. This is one example which I keep giving, but let me go to the next one because y'all are all engineers over here. So let me talk on this particular thing in a bit of detail. I am an examiner at Goa University, so I go to different places for conducting the exam, and my favorite place is the project evaluation. So if somebody has done some projects and all, I love to do the evaluations of that. So I go to this Agnel Polytechnic, and there were around 10-15 projects which I had to evaluate. One of them was a automated arm fixed at one point, and once you press the button, the automated arm would move and clean the blackboard. Now tell me, how is the idea? How is this idea? Good, bad, workable, not workable, commercially viable? What is it? Yes, Naveen?
So I think it's a good idea, but it also need to specify around how much space it clears.
Space.
Yeah,
Okay.
the blackboard, how much space can it clear? The whole entire blackboard or a particular area?
Okay. So for argument's sake, what they showed me was a demo, but we will assume that it cleans the entire blackboard. They designed it in such a way that you just fix one arm over there and the entire blackboard gets clean. How is it?
Actually, it's good as well as bad, because if we consider it being good, then yeah, people don't need to clean with each other, student, anybody don't need to clean the blackboard and it will clear
Okay.
itself. But
Okay.
in terms of bad, it's like exercise is not happening. I mean, we do exercise in terms of cleaning a blackboard.
Okay. Okay. Fahim, you want to say something?
Sorry, sir, I have some network issues.
Okay, no problem. No
Can you
problem.
please repeat?
No, okay. So, okay, I'll come back to you. Hitendra? Hitendra Naik, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Yeah. What
So
do you have to
it,
say about this idea?
it might be a good idea, but
Might be. Okay.
yeah, but wait, I'll come why it is bad. But
Okay.
if it is basically a robot. So
Okay.
whenever there is some left, some chalk or some writing is left, it won't be able to clear that. But if it is maybe there is a sensor or artificial intelligence which is added with it, then it
Okay.
might be a good idea.
See,
Um,
the students are Goa-based diploma college student. They have to design this particular product, and I have to take this project into commercial operations. We can't have AI, we can't have. So I'm coming to that particular part. So you're saying it's a good idea, or it's not a good idea.
so whenever there is a mistake or some left cleaning part, at that point of time, we are impulsive and we are cleaning it on our own. So it is
Okay.
very convenient for teachers and
Okay.
all.
Okay, fine. So what I want to say is it's a brilliant idea. Idea is good, but the idea is outdated.
So can I try?
Yeah, please.
Uh, they have a good idea and it's a very nice product, but the problem is we are moving from blackboards now to digital blackboards. The teachers write on them and then they explain. So slow, it is still less popular, but it's increasing in popularity. So say within a few years, there'll be more digital blackboards used. So a
Okay.
mechanical arm won't be that useful.
Okay, brilliant. This is what I wanted to hear. Because any business you do because of the futuristic potential. You don't do a business because, okay, it will work in next 6 months. You think about long term. You think about 10 years, 15 years, 25 years. That is how businesses grow. So going by that, probably I go to a lot of colleges in Goa and across India. Half of them have converted to smart screens. So if I go and tell them, hey, I have a arm over here which can clean your blackboard, then probably they laugh at me. Because all you have to do is with your hand or with the device, you just draw and then just press one button, erase, gone. Now, what do we do with this? Idea is good, and you want to help the students. Students have put so much of effort. How can you implement this idea in some other aspect? So that is what I want to understand from you all. How can we implement this idea, but keep it simple? No AI, no robotics, nothing. We'll try to do that later. But in simpler sense, I want another application of this particular idea. Anybody?
So, may I speak?
Yeah.
So, in the same case of cleaning blackboards, instead of using AI and stuff, we can simply use a mechanical arm which has a rotating thing so that once we rotate it, the entire board gets cleaned in one shot.
No. So agreed, mechanical or any other technology, but cleaning of blackboard will become obsolete. Let us go, currently it is 2021. Let us go to 2035. You think blackboard chalk will be there? So then what is the point? What is the point of having a blackboard cleaner? So we have to use this arm, mechanical arm, in some other place, which will become a huge business going ahead.
So one application, mean it can be used to clean the glass buildings.
Glass building. Okay, good. But there is a problem. All the glass buildings are not of same size, right,
So
Vibhav?
why don't we use it
Yes,
like
sir.
a
Yeah, just hold on. Who is the other one who's talking?
Gauravi?
Gauravi, just hold on for a minute. So Vibhav, glass buildings, you would need something which is movable, right? Can it be
Yes.
fixed at one place? Like, can it be a wiper on your car?
Sir, I didn't get you. What you were
No. So you are saying,
Absolutely, sir.
yeah. So you are saying, Vibhav, that you can clean the glass, but the problem with that is all the glasses are of different size. So the size has to be accommodated over here, and
saying?
it has to go on outside. Sometimes the glasses are not accessible. That means
Yeah.
your device has to climb something. or the person has to climb, and so on. So it becomes very, very complex. So let us keep it simple. It is fixed at one part and it does the cleaning. That's it. Okay, Gauravi?
Yes, sir. I wanted to say that we can use it as a mop on a floor. We can give it a cloth and then it will clean the floor.
Okay, brilliant. Brilliant application, but same problem as the glass cleaning. In your home, the room sizes are different. You just cannot fix at one point. If you fix at one point, the free space in the room is also different. That means the cleaner has to be intelligent, and that intelligent cleaner cannot be designed by the diploma students. I'm not saying that they can't do it, they can do it, but let us keep it simple, basic. There is a arm, there is a mechanical arm, which, like your drafters, that's it. You use your drafter and convert into a cleaner. How can we do it? Where is the application? Your applications are absolutely correct. Gauravi, you're right. Floor cleaner, Vibo, glass cleaner from outside, correct. But there is something which requires a lot of technology to go into it, which I don't want to discuss right now. We can have a discussion on it. What else? How can you use it as it is? Yes, quickly.
So does the device have to be clamped? Could it be simplified to a version where it can be just placed and then adjusted according to the user and then it can function?
So the setting required will be so enormous that the users will stop using it. So you mean to say that, okay, one glass is there which is like 1 meter by 1 meter. Okay, you clean, you fix it, remove it from there, fix it on other one. The glass is like 50 meters by 50 meters. Workable, but commercially it will not make any sense because people will not be willing to buy it. People don't use a vacuum cleaner because of you have to connect it, we have to remove it, and you have to clean it and all. They've stopped using a vacuum cleaner. So what I'm saying is right, but probably not workable because of the commercialities. Okay,
We
anybody else?
can we
Yes.
can create a movable foundation for it, so we can do like vertical and horizontal to the glass windows and extension of the arm.
Okay. Though you are making it complex. It is becoming complicated. You're adding robotics into it, and I want to keep it simple. Diploma students of Goa have to do it. Okay, anybody else? Rudra, Kande, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
So we can use the hand for advertisement purpose. Like if there is a market with like any feast or something, we can
Okay,
just keep the hand by putting a banner to it and just waving in the market.
okay, okay. You are changing the application of it in totality. Good idea is good. So something moving is more attractive as compared to something static. But let us restrict to the fundamental trait of it of cleaning. So I want something, you're absolutely right what you're saying, but I want you to restrict your thought process to only cleaning purpose. How can we use this for cleaning? Yes, Sejal? I'm sorry if I'm taking any of the faculty's names. I really don't know the faculties over here. I'm just calling out whatever I can see on the screen. And probably you all can also see what I'm seeing on the screen. Shreyas? Shreyas Salim Khan.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes, go ahead. Tell me.
I have not thought like properly.
Okay. Okay.
It,
Okay.
uh,
Shubham? Shubham?
So can you repeat the question?
Oh, okay. No, I can't repeat the question anymore. Okay, Rushabh.
So for cleaning, I don't have any application.
Okay, tell some other application other than cleaning.
So other than cleaning, that someone has said it for that advertisement. Even I was going to say something like that.
Okay.
So how about
Yeah.
if we fix it in a place, but we are giving it as a cleaning function itself. But we have to just take the thing, whatever we need to clean, and we just need to keep it in front of it. Like if it's a small glass plate or anything that we use, any utensils, just need to take it and it will just clean it there itself. It's like connected
Okay.
sink, nearby sink, and you have to take it there. It will clean it.
Okay. 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 Fine. Hitendra, you want to say something? Hitendra?
Sir, I'm thinking right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Okay. So what I want to tell you all is, I told them about one idea. Again, I'm not a superhuman that whatever I say is right and there are no further ideas in front of it, nothing of that kind. Let me know if it makes sense for you. Okay?
So can I?
Yeah, please go ahead. Fine.
So I have seen that cleaning windows in the houses can be hectic and it's quite messy,
Okay.
and people fall off from the cliffs so many times, and it's very dangerous. So
Okay.
what I propose is that we can install such equipment, such devices on our windows, so that job may be done in an easier way.
Okay.
That makes
Point
any
taken.
sense?
Yeah. Point taken. Can be done, but as we said that we have to keep it slightly simple and kind of standardized because what you're saying is an idea which is can be implemented, but it requires a lot of customization for the product. Okay, so going ahead, what I told
Yes,
them,
sir. Can I add?
yeah, yeah, go ahead.
So for restaurant tables,
Restaurant
cleaning of
tables.
restaurant tables.
Okay, nice. That's a good application of it. Can be thought of. Can be thought of. Okay. Yes. So what I wanted to tell in this particular thing is, I gave them that your idea is blackboard cleaner, but blackboards are obsolete. What we can do is we can understand a similar kind of a place wherein a cleaning is required, and we'll see if it fits over there. And that product, what we thought or what I told them was solar water heaters that are placed on top of our houses, the glass ones. So what happens is because of the dust and all, over a period of time, the efficiency decreases. If we can implement or mount this add-on arm on top of the solar glass, the solar heater glass, and give a switch down, and you have to tell the owner like once in 15 days, just put on the switch, and what will it will do is that it will clean the glass on top of the solar panel. More or less, the solar heaters are standardized, more or less. Of course, we will say that some are like 90 mm, 90 centimeters, some are not. But more or less, they are of same size. And secondly, they are not accessible. So the problem is not of cleaning, but the problem is of accessibility. Some are mounted on a roof and so on. So if we put this product in the box pack, and we put a price tag of 1,000 rupees, do you think it is sellable in Goa market? Is there opportunity of sale for this particular product? Yes. Gauravi?
No, sir.
Sorry?
I'm thinking.
Okay, you're thinking. Okay. Fine.
Sir, I didn't get it. I'm having serious net issues right now, so sorry.
No problem. Hitendra?
Can
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. Hitendra?
So I think it is a very good idea, and um, right now there are many institutes and many other houses which are moving for solar energy. So basically, it is helpful in this.
Okay, good. So, see, please tell openly whatever comes to your mind. It is not that whatever I say is right. It never happens. We are in the modern education. Probably 50 years back that was right, but let us be absolutely frank and open. Naveen,
Yes, sir.
what do you have to say about this application of it? Workable, not workable?
Yes, sir. It is pretty sellable. People would spend more money to keep their solar panels clean so that it is more efficient.
Okay, okay. Rutvik, Rutvik, okay. Shreyas, Salim Khan, you said you're thinking or you'll answer later. So, okay, I think Sarvesh, what is the pronunciation? Is it Sarvesh or Sarvesh?
Shwesh.
Sorry?
Shwesh.
Okay, Swesh, sorry. Yeah. You want to say something?
No, sir.
Okay. Anybody else want to say something?
Yes, sir. For 1,000 rupees, it will sell
Okay,
because people spend more cleaning it manually.
okay, good. So, the topic, one of the topics,
So
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
we can directly talk with the solar panel companies. We can give a joint this. Like
Okay,
we
see,
can
you're going one
tell
step ahead. See, you're agreed, point taken, but currently it is not being done. So probably we can see about this aspect. What I wanted, one of the tasks your professor gave me was to generate business ideas. So what I want to tell you all is, I have told you all several things. So one is the different kind of ideas. One is try to analyze the problem, solve the idea, solve the problem. It will be a business idea. The third thing I want to tell you is there would be products which are already available in the market, like this particular arm, blackboard cleaner. What are you trying to do is you're just trying to take the entire product and change the application of it. Although the application is cleaning, but the application in terms of the product. And this is possible for several kind of things. So I want you all to think about this. This is another way of generating ideas. We always want to start something from the scratch. From zero, we want to build something and try to sell it. Not needed. Just see around and you could find certain items which are there, which can be of very, very significance. And probably you can take this now blackboard cleaner, solar cleaner, and implement it to a completely different area. And probably that could be a business for you. So this is what I wanted to drive down in terms of this particular example. One last thing that I want to discuss is we are in the pandemic situation. We are almost out of it now. There's a huge thing about work from home. Everybody is working from home. So any business idea that comes to your mind from this?
Ramchandra.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, they also have an idea competition that's coming up for them on 8th of this month. That is on Monday. They
Okay.
have to submit an idea. We have an Institution Innovation Council called IIC, and they are
Okay.
organizing an idea competition. And we expect really cell members to participate in that. And this was this happened at the right time. I mean, your session happened at the right time. So we are hoping there'll be a lot of more ideas that they're going to come up with so that they can participate.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
you. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so coming to the work from home. So any business idea you
Sir.
can generate? Yes, Fahim.
Sir, idea just popped up in my head.
Yeah.
So we're right now at home. So everybody has to go to the market to get certain things like grocery, etc.
Okay.
We can start a movement, we youngsters, that we can create an app or a WhatsApp group of our locality, and
Okay.
and if anybody needs something like veggies or juice or chips, whatever,
Okay.
so we can get it from the market and deliver it to them and ask for delivery charges so that they don't have to go out, and some are lazy watching Netflix, so no interruptions at all.
Okay, okay, good, 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 Fahim. Anybody else with any other idea?
And it can be converted into a large scale business as well. If we make a lot of money,
Definitely.
we can.
Yeah, definitely. Yes. Okay. Akshata, you have not spoken, I think, from the start. Akshata, I'm sorry if I'm calling out the name of any professor. I'm really sorry for that. Akshata, you there? Okay, no problem. Anybody else can give me some idea with work from home? This work from home is become a huge kind of a thing. Any one idea that comes to your mind? So very good, Fahim. Thanks for the idea. Anybody else can say something? Some idea which is there? Isha, Jason, Kaushik, Marisa, you all are hungry or what? I started my day today at 7:30 in the morning. So I'm continuously in lectures till now. So now I'll be breaking. Okay, any one idea? Rigved, you have been absolutely interactive. Anything you want to say?
I have one idea.
Yes, go ahead.
Like it's for the children. Like nowadays, what happens? Like children are not always on phone and all. They don't get time to decide about their future, like what they want to become. They don't have the idea of the field, like what they have to do, what like uh, the this application, like what they have to do in the field and all.
Yeah.
So we can do one thing, like we can create like Byju's or the My Capital like that. So we can create a field where children can join and they can know about it. We can like interact with different specialists in the field and bring them together and tell them about the details and all.
Okay,
So
okay. Good.
we can
Yes, it is workable.
basically give them an idea what this field is about at a young age.
Okay, fine. Good. Workable. Just one more and we'll I'll tell you a couple of other things. Just one more. Anybody? Sridnay Kamath? Okay, fine. One of the things that what I want to share in terms of work from home. See, I am taking sessions from 7:30 in the morning today till now 1:45 I have to actually conclude. I bought a table and chair for me at my place. So I have a proper place to sit and talk. Just imagine what is the scenario that must be there in other homes. When we did a bit of survey, what we found was 50% operate from their dining tables. 50%. Now sitting on a dining table and doing the work is okay for an hour or two. What happens is now it is converted to such long hours that we need to have an ergonomic chair and an ergonomic desk. And that is one of the ideas. So if you come to my place and tell me like, okay, fine, I have a chair and I have a table, which will cost you 10,000 rupees and you can comfortably work on it for around 7 to 8 hours. Is that the business idea? So this is what you'll have to think, even in case of adversities. Second thing would be people are working from home and previously they used to eat in the canteen or so on. So tiffin delivery service for especially for work from home. So these are the things which you can actually have. There are several ideas which I can discuss in detail, but I want you to think, even in terms of adversities, think very, very local problems and try to have a small solution on this. One last thing that I would like to mention is about most of the suggestions that you all have given to me is in terms of app or in terms of AI, in terms of machine learning. I did not hear from you. Website. So I personally, I'm not a very keen follower of technology. Technology has to come in, but technology has to come in at a later stage. Your idea first has to be so you designing an app is a very good idea, but try to make physical products and then add technology to it. So a solar cleaner arm. You add technology in that, but not at the first stage, not at the start, because try to build a simple product first, and then you put sensors, you put machine learning, and then after that you say that automatically after 15 days it will check the dust, how much of dust, and start cleaning and all. The technology can come, but if you try to embed the technology first, it will be difficult for you to take off, because you will make the product so expensive that you will give up on the commercials of it. So think simple and do simple stuff. That is the essence of today. Everybody around will tell you that do a app, do machine learning, AI, and all that. These are all buzzwords. We need them, but later on in the product life cycle. So this is what I have to tell you all, and I think so. That is a place where I will conclude. I have my contact details on the screen. Please WhatsApp me. Please do not call, because I'm continuously in sessions and all. You can just WhatsApp me for any specific feedback you want. You have some of the most amazing professors along with you, which are there more than they're there all the time for you all, and they are very very knowledgeable as well as connected. So they also can come back to us. You can follow me on Insta, or you can email me. So this is all I have to say, ma'am, and over to you.
Thank you, Ramchandra. Thanks a lot. In fact, this session that Ramchandra has done today will, I really hope that it will set the mood where we only have 2 teams that have participated so far in idea competition, and hoping that all the students will bring up some ideas, and especially with this session, the way it was curated and the way it was conducted. We hope that this batch will give us a lot of new ideas, and we'll be able to, in the end, do something regarding ideas. Now I invite Jason to propose a vote of thanks to Sir.
Yeah. So
Um,
Jason, what?
Yes, Ramchandra.
I just wanted to have
Yes.
one quick feedback.
Yes.
Initially, the session started with a bit of less of interaction, but some of them were really really good. Means
Okay.
Gauravi, Fahim, you have Vibhav, um, and a
Rigved.
few. Yeah, Rigved was very very nice. I think so. Rudra also contributed. So some of you all, initially I thought that this will be a plain session where nobody will contribute. I think so. I think so. Some of you all really contributed well. So that made it more interactive and for me to speak more. So thank you so much for those students who really actually made this interactive. Yes. Yeah, Jason.
Yes. First of all, I thank the teachers for giving me this opportunity today. I thank Sir Ramchandra Salgankar for his wonderful talk. It was really beautiful one, sir. We will really look forward and work the way you have told us. We will always remember this point, sir. I thank the teachers for inviting Sir Ramchandra Salgankar as our speaker today. I also thank all the students, as with you, all the program wasn't possible. I pray to God so that Sir Ramchandra and the students and everyone present achieve their dreams. Once again, thank you, one and all. Thank you.
Thank you, Jason. That was very sweet of you for your best wishes for all of us. And Ramchandra, thank you once
Yeah.
again from the ESER committee, from Neena ma'am too, though she's not present here. She's just held up with some other work. But
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Ramchandra. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye. Bye.
Bye. Students, you may leave the meeting. Hogan, please leave the meeting.